I actually have to do it quick for many different reasons. Okay. So I wanted to come and talk to you guys about how they're using quantum physics by way of quantum entanglement to actually attempt to anchor people into lower timelines and into these lower timelines that they are operating in their lower selves and in more of, let's say, negative states of being, okay, in their lower self, doing, lower things that they could then be harvested, like off of, like their loosh, their fear, all of those negative low vibrational energies would be creating food source for these entities and beings. Now, there's a couple of different, spells that I dismantled more recently, and I wanted to share those with you guys as well, because this is what they are attempting to do, and this is what they have been attempting to keep me from talking about. Like I had stated in one of my previous videos, I had a dream where this guy was allegedly attempting to be romantic by giving me a necklace. And this necklace he was attempting to put around my neck. Now, I know that the necklace was cursed. Okay. Even in the dream state, I knew it was cursed. So I didn't accept it. But what they were attempting to do was a form of acceptance of a gift in the spiritual realm, would mean that I had come into agreement, I had come into contract. And then also, it being a necklace, they were attempting to affect my throat chakra, because they've done tons and tons of shut up spells. They've done tons and tons of throat chakra magic and all this stuff to attempt to silence me. Okay, but here I am still talking. Okay, I don't got no I don't got nothing nothing in my throat. Okay, not no frog, not no cat ain't got my tongue. So there have been instances where I could feel these things that they were sending for my throat chakra, and I could, like, it was like, see, Nieve Tigre has been going off every time I come to do these types of videos. But anyways, so I wanted to come and do, Nieve, you want to be in the video? Is that what's going on? No, it's very distracting. So in this video, I wanted to share with you guys some of the more recent spell work that I've dismantled. Okay, so they definitely did a spell that was involving butterfly, but this time they only had one wing, which to me represents like they are attempting to, like, de-wing, right? And what does the wing, like, represent? What does the allow for birds and butterflies and bees? What does it allow them to do? Transcend gravity, transcend to new heights, right? Off of the ground, right? So they are all of the flight creatures and animals, insects. They are, looked at by enlightened beings as the Nieve. Calm down, please. They are looked at, he said no. They are looked at as, you know, some of the most enlightened, because they can transcend on their own gravity. So, anyways, with that being said, the next portion ties directly into that same thing. So, on these, I I can't remember how many steps it is, but it's not a lot. It's probably like 6 to 8 steps. Maybe, yeah. I'm thinking it's probably like somewhere around there. I didn't count them, but these steps, they had put graveyard dirt on these steps, and as I'm cleaning up the graveyard dirt off of these steps, I was thinking to myself with the different items that they had placed on these steps. There was a little small conch shell. There was a pearl. There was in the vicinity a rusted screw that was very, very thin screw. Um, Trying to think what all was right there. It was quite a bit, okay? But the main thing that I was originally thinking by them having these things as well as the graveyard dirt on the steps, I was thinking a guy just rolled by on his little scooter and like spit, okay? Like these are demons, you know, mad that I'm doing this video because they have done everything in their power, confirmation with the beep beep beep, in their power to keep me from talking about these things. Okay, so I was originally thinking that the steps were representative of, you know, the mundane 3D form of success, like climbing the ladder, climbing the steps to success. And so that's originally the first thought that came to my mind. And then Spirit corrected me and was like, no, that's not the um, confirmation. I don't know if you guys could hear the notification on my phone, but Spirit corrected me and stated that that was not what it was actually about. What it was portraying was the ascension. They are attempting to bring death to the climbing of the ladder of the steps of the chosen ones, high vibrational beings' ascension. And so when I'm talking the quantum entanglement and ways that they are attempting to like anchor us into lower timelines and frequencies, okay, it really like came full circle because of those steps. Confirmation, I just got another the different levels of ascension that we are currently going through. And each ascension that we rise higher and higher, they are less and less able to harvest from us. And they are wanting to take as many people and bodies and souls with them as possible so that they can basically exploit it in every way that they possibly can. Okay, every way that they possibly can. And so, um, you know, with that being said, I actually just dismantled another, uh, uh, I guess you could say, layout of spell work. And what I want to say before I get into this next one that deals with this credit card being cut up is that when I'm dismantling this spell work against stars, against people attempting to steal people's stars or my star and the it factor and everything that comes with people's stars, which is their spiritual, physical inheritances. It comes with their purpose, their divine purpose, right? All of these things. So, um, what I wanted to make clear is that when I'm dismantling uh, this workings of dark magic, black magic, spell work, and all of those things, it's not just my star that they are actually attempting to steal. When I'm dismantling these confirmation with the horn, I don't know if you guys heard it. When I'm dismantling this witchcraft, I'm in an area that they're actually coming after many people's stars at the same time. Okay, so when they do it, there's multiple stars that are represented in the spell work that I'm dismantling. It's not just for me. Confirmation, the engine just started, baby. Confirmation with there are a lot of confirmations. I know y'all heard that horn in the background. So the thing is, right, that this new one, I actually collected and kept some of the stuff that they used because, like I said, it's hidden in plain sight, and a lot of times they're using and mixing it into, you know, just regular litter. Like, yes, there's regular litter that people litter and it has no intention on it, but there's other glass, green glass, and they had red chips of paint. Okay, then in a Nieve, mommy is talking. In a flower bed next to that, they had these sticks. Now this stick was directly parallel and in front of this piece of bank card or whatever kind of debit card, whatever this was, right? So it was this, and then directly parallel with it was this. So this was representing, and there was a piece of glass. This was representing the blockage of finance and inheritance money. Okay, that's what I was seeing in that. Right by that, they also had, let me get it. I'm getting them out so you guys can see specifically. They had this little hook piece, right? Okay, so it just cut out the live and it had to reconnect. So what I was saying is, look this in a I just seen it too, what, and somebody was talking about what it was. So this piece of a broken key, first of all, the fact of the matter that it's broken, number one. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is that there was a piece of wood that was crossed over it, like blocking the key whatsoever, even a broken piece of the key, like you can't even get that. They had multiple of these tops. This is New Belgium Brewing. Okay, but they used specific ones. They had a Corona one down there, which represents the crown, right? And so there's specific things that they're attempting to how do you say, like conjure or enact and incite when they're doing these, when they're putting down this specific items. Yeah. So part of what was down there also was the shell, right? The pistachio shell, and then there was there's two beads. Now, excuse my fingernails. I was just digging in the dirt, digging this stuff up. And I know people be talking shit, but they don't be realizing that, you know, they're talking mess about my underneath my nails. But did I not just say that I was cleaning up graveyard dirt and death magic? Like, and you think break and washing my hands in between coming and giving you guys this information. 1555, powerful change is coming. Okay, 555. Okay, look up that angel number. But I'm just saying, like, the audacity of, that's how I know some of these people that are in and watching our videos are not chosen. Like, they be focused on the most retarded stuff, so they miss the whole message, number one. Number two, there are Nieve. Kitty baby. Kitty baby. Okay, so he's totally acting up. I'm gonna have to deal with that in a second. So this was there, it's half of a piece, right? And then there was this washer, which represents the circle, which is supposed to be never ending. And then there was also a sliver, a piece of a mirror I kind of accidentally threw that piece in the trash already. And then there was this little piece of wood that was also involved. I don't smoke, sweetheart. I don't smoke. Okay. And then can you get through there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So anyways, now before I started doing this video, nobody was coming by. Now so many people have come by to be a demonic distraction and interruption. A lady came by with a stroller and her baby, and they're talking about the cat, wanting me to stop this video and engage with that so that I don't get this information out. Okay. The next person that came by was a female. Okay. So I'm just saying, when you're doing specific things, right, they're going to send distractions, disruptions, interruptions, and all kind of wild stuff. Okay. All the buses got to come by right now while I'm doing this video too. I don't know if you heard all that, but Nieve Tigre's got to be going off right now while I'm doing this. Like, he was completely fine before I started, recording this video. So just know that there are going to be things like that. Now, I guarantee as soon as I stop, when he ain't gonna have no problems. Because he don't have a problem now. It is just that I am doing this video that adversarial forces do not want out. That he is going off like this. Okay, and so I rebuke those spirits that they send. Okay, and I do things to cleanse